This is a guide for how to use one style of piano grip in Smash Bros. Melee and Ultimate. First of all, huge shout out to Simple Controllers for coming up with the Razer Synapse for Gamecube controllers mod. Without his mod, I wouldn't have been able to do this in Melee, since we're going to be remapping some buttons. And we'll get to that in a bit. Regarding the grip itself, unlike a claw grip, this grip will have us bring our right hand completely around to the front and use the face buttons almost like a fight stick. The only player that I know that uses a grip like this is Javi, and he's really, really good. I'll leave a link to some of his videos in the description below for you to check out. The piano grip I'm using is a little different from Javi's, especially since we're going to be remapping some buttons. So let's just start by going over Javi's grip. From what I could see from videos, and from what I could hear from his interview, he uses thumb on the C stick, index on A and B, and then middle finger for X and for Z. Although I think, in addition to his thumb, I think he also uses his index finger for the C stick sometimes, depending on which direction he's flicking in. He doesn't use R at all, and instead uses L exclusively. So before I built the Arduino mod, I tried out Javi's grip, and I loved it. Fortunately, I had already been playing Melee with only the L button for years anyway, so that was kind of a nice, easy transition for me. The only downside I found to this grip was that trying to get to the Z button, it was kind of a reach. I mean, it's doable, but I mean, when you're playing Melee really fast and you're trying to react to everything, it wasn't in a good spot. I found it kind of hard to reach for, and I wasn't really sure a good way that you would do JC grabs. And I thought to myself, well, how cool would that be if I could remap a button, if I could just remap Y to the Z button? And lo and behold, I stumbled upon Simple Controllers' YouTube video titled Razer Synapse for Gamecube controllers. You should definitely check it out and sub to him. He's making awesome content. And he also included a link and an entire guide on how to build it, which I followed, and I built it myself. So yeah, just to geek out a little bit, this is the device right here. I just put it in a little junction box, and it's an Arduino chip that runs a program that remaps the buttons, and a converter that converts the signal to something that Arduino can read, and then back to something the Gamecube can read. So yeah, I had to wire all that up and program it a little bit, and it took me a long time. I had never done anything like this before, but I was able to follow his guide, and with a little bit of help from him, I was able to build it. So anyway, so that's what this does. And then regarding the grip, so it's a little different from Javi, and so since I have access to grab here, I don't ever really have to leave this position. I can just kind of always keep my hand in this position, which is super nice. Javi uses index and middle for the face buttons. I introduced the ring finger, so I use index on B, middle on A, and ring on X for jump. And then my middle finger does double duty between the A button and the grab button. And then I use index for the C stick. At least that's what I'm doing right now. I might experiment around with some thumb or a combination of the two. I actually just finished building this Arduino mod, and this is pretty much my first day testing it out. I just got to test it out on NetPlay friendlies, and it works really, really well. I was actually really surprised how ergonomic everything was, and just intuitive. Everything just felt right, and I really, really liked it. The reason I sought out a different grip in the first place was just because I actually got a little bit of pain in my right thumb, and I get some pain if I play Smash games or maybe console games in general too long. And I just found, especially Melee, is really demanding on the thumbs, especially when you're shuffling. And you're moving from maybe X or Y to C stick, and you're shuffling C stick aerials and just all the other tech that comes along with Melee, especially playing clocks. It's very demanding on the thumbs, so I just was seeking something out where it didn't take as much demand from my thumb. So I'm pretty happy with this. Regarding legality, it's probably not going to be legal. There's just no good way for a TO to confirm what kind of program I put on the Arduino. I think remapping a single button like I'm doing is pretty harmless, but the fear obviously is that I could put macros in there or other things that would give me an advantage over the opponent. So anyway, so if it's not turned illegal, what's the point? Well, this is actually just kind of a hold me over. I actually ordered the box, the B0XX, arcade style controller developed by Hacks and by Simple Controllers. And I'm really excited. I pre-ordered that, but it's not here yet. And so once I get that, I'll definitely be switching over to that. And this is kind of just a hold me over, and I just kind of had fun building the Arduino mod and just kind of learning this cool world of Arduinos too. It's really interesting stuff. But anyway, it's still really fun. You know, I still might use this grip and the mod for friendlies, or if for some reason I just don't want to lug the box around with me to a friend's house or something like that. And honestly, I still think that someday we'll see some sort of remake of Melee, officially from Nintendo, like a Melee HD or something like that, where we'll get you know, online for glory mode, matchmaking, and like button remapping, and a couple extra little bells and whistles that would just make it normal. So obviously, you know, I'm talking a lot about Melee. Obviously, this grip is like totally ready to go. Legal for Ultimate, since you can just go in the options and remap the buttons that way. For Ultimate, I might actually use this grip with the controller for a bit, at least when I get around to playing that a little bit. Yeah. I guess one last little tidbit I was going to mention is so when I played the regular grip, I would only use L for everything. And I know that might be a transition for people if you are interested in using this grip. I know for some people they'll shield with one shoulder button and then they'll wave dash out a shield with the other. But what I do is when I shield, I don't press it in until it clicks. I just bring it till just before it clicks, and then if I want to wave dash out a shield, that's when I'll click it like that. And that's worked just fine for me for years and years and years. I got used to it. Yeah, and Javi does use only L when he plays his grip as well. He doesn't use R at all. I didn't mention that. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm really excited for ergonomic alternative controllers like the box that Hacks uses, like the Smash Stick out there that's got a Kickstarter going on right now. I'm really excited about these ergonomic alternatives because I think it's going to be really important for just being able to play games for a long time and into old age and not hurt your hands and everything. So anyway, I hope you guys found this helpful or at least interesting. And yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Peace.